Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be my predicted 11 and also a preview for Sheffield United's cup match at home against Preston North End. So I haven't felt amazing today, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm actually at the deaf school. I think I've got one of them colds that everyone's got. It's going round and it's hit me. It's not the greatest, but make sure to drop a like on the video if you can. That'd be muchly appreciated. I think I'm going to go to the match tomorrow. If I don't feel well enough to go in the morning, I won't go. But I think it's nothing that 2 paracetamol won't be able to sort out. But you know, I just didn't feel well enough to go to school because that's working. At a football match, you're just shouting. Okay, there's a difference. Can't really explain it, but yeah, I should be okay to go. So, I don't really know how Preston approach the cup. So I know that you guys are probably going to say, you know, do your research. But, you know, it's a cup match. I'm not really interested in doing research for a cup match. But what I do know is that they have some really good players. They have Alex Neil as manager, I'm going to start off with. He's a very attacking manager. I remember a win he got last season with Norwich, 7-1. Don't know if it was away or at home to Reading. I won't say Reading, some team like that. It might have been Fulham, actually. It's some irrelevant team. It's one of them too. But Alex Neil, he plays very attacking football. He normally plays the 4-2-3-1, or at least that's what he played last season from what I remember. He might play that at Preston. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, and then they've got Jordan Hugill up front. You know, he's a very good striker who's recently started, you know, getting really good, and a lot of teams are linked with him. I know that Villa want him. They've got Barkusen and Robinson on the wings, probably have more players. They have a very, very good squad. They have Huntington at left back. They have, testing me, Darnell Fisher at right back. Maxwell in there, you know, I could name the whole squad, I think. Pearson midfield, but I do know that they have a very good squad. I don't know if we're going to be playing youngsters. I don't know if we're coming to Bramall Lane with a full squad trying to get to the next stage of the FA Cup. I think it might be the quarters, actually, the next stage. Not 100% sure. But it's very exciting times, I'd say, because we have a very good squad, and Wilder says that we're going to be competitive, but we're going to be making changes. So I feel like he's going to bring in, you know, the likes of Regan Slater, Ched Evans, who, you know, they could easily start in a couple of weeks if we have a bad game on Tuesday against Villa. Do you know what I mean? So, I guess there isn't a huge amount to preview. But talking Ched Evans, actually, he is actually back into the lineup. We have actually managed to get him fit and ready. He played 60 minutes in the under-23s match against Ipswich, which won 2-1. Tyler Smith and another player scoring for us. And I feel like he might start and play the first half or come on for the second half. Do you know what I mean? I reckon he's going to get some game time and play. Kieran Freeman and Paul Coots aren't back yet. David Brooks is still out, and I don't think he's going to be back until a couple of weeks yet because glandular fever, whatever it's called, what he's got. I didn't even know what it was until he got it, but apparently it does last quite a while. But having said that, let's get into the predicted 11. So, in net, I'm going to go with Jamal Blackman. I don't think that Wilder's going to want to change it around too much. I think he will just go with Jamal Blackman because he's obviously played a lot of first team games in the Championship. He's already played against Preston. No, I don't think he has actually done that. I was trying to sound all clever there, but I don't think he has actually played against Preston. I think it was Simon Moore in that for that game. But he's obviously racked up a good 10-15 appearances for us this season in the Championship, and he'll know what to expect against Championship opponents. Last time we played Preston, I'd like to say as well, we did lose, hoping we can fight back and win them for that. But Jamal, he won't be cup tight, obviously joined us before Chelsea even had a cup game. I feel like it's just the safer option. I would play Jake Eastwood if I thought that man there on my calendar, Chrissy Wilder, would play him, but I don't think he will. So Jamal Blackman in there. So, in at right back, because Kieran Freeman isn't back, I'm just going to go with the safer option. That is, obviously, Georgie Bulldog. I'd like to go with a youngster called Bennett, I think he is. That's his name on FIFA. And he played for us earlier on in the season as well, against Yeovil, I think it was. But I feel like Wilder will probably just go with a safer option than George Bulldog. He's been playing well for us. And the last time that Wilder tried to rest him, he had to come on after 20 minutes because somebody got injured. I think it was like Cameron Carter-Vickers. I think Cameron Carter-Vickers got took off early actually, and we ended up bringing on George Bullock. So I feel like Wilder will probably want to start him. In at centre backs, I'm going to go with Jake Wright. I feel like that's an option which is probably going to definitely happen. Jack O'Connell and I don't think we're going to start Ben Hennigan. I'm just going to go with Basham. So Basham, Jack O'Connell and Jake Wright sounds about right to me. I'd like us to start, a youngster or, as I said, who was that? It was Ben Hennigan, yeah, that's the player. But I feel like Ben Hennigan might be gone or in the process of going, or Wilder might just. I don't know. I feel like if Ben Hennigan hasn't already agreed a deal to go to a club, or he's not in the process of doing it, I feel like Wilder should definitely put him into the shop window, but I'm not 100% sure he's going to do that. So if you remember, Ben Hennigan was a deadline day signing because Wilder didn't get who he wanted to. It's probably a signing that Wilder just made his cover, a just-in-case sort of signing, which isn't the sort of signing that he'd have been wanting to make. He'd have been wanting to make the sort of signing that he's going to be starting whenever he can, be a good replacement. But Ben Hennigan hasn't been able to be that player. He hasn't even got a league appearance this season, I don't think, and doesn't look like that's going to change. So I'm going with Basham O'Connell and Jake Wright. Left back, I'm going to go with Danny Lafferty. That's what we did against Ipswich away in the cup, and I can't really see us not doing that again. He played quite well there, he did exactly what he needed to, and I can't really see it changing. There isn't too much to say about the left backs at this club. We have Daniel Lafferty and Dennis Stevens, and they're not tremendously good players or interesting players or game changers. They just do the role correctly. Compared to the players on the other side, fullbacks, Kieran Freeman and George Border. Last season, Freeman, he got... I forgot how many goals it was. He got a few goals. I think it were more than 7 or around 7. And George Baldock is really pacey, and he is a game changer. George Baldock is. Whereas on the other side, you can't really say the same for the other two. In the centre mids, Lundstrom, he's got to start. Come on, he hasn't been playing for us because obviously we signed a couple of new players. Lundstrom. You see, this is where it gets tough. I'm going to go with Nathan Thomas as well. And I want to go with, what's his name, that youngster. I've genuinely forgot his name. But that youngster, I'm going to call him from now on. I forgot his name. Hold on, I just remember his name. It's going to annoy me. I just had to think for a solid minute there. But it's Regan Slater, is it? So I feel like I could go with midfield of Regan Slater, Lundstrom and Nathan Thomas, but I don't know if he's going to want to play Nathan Thomas and Slater in the same team because they're both going to play in that Duffy sort of role. So I don't know if Wilder's going to, just try and play one of the, maybe a flecky sort of player, or whether he will go for it. He could even move Bash to midfield and play Stearman and centre back, but I feel like he'll probably want to rest at least one of them defenders that we've got. Yeah, I just feel like that's what I'll go with. I don't know if there's any young midfielders. I know that we've got Harvey Gilmore in the ranks. I don't know whether he's prepared to come up yet. That's the only one that I can really think of. But, we do have a good youth academy, and I feel like we could bring through some players, but I'm not sure whether it's just going to happen. Simple enough. So Nathan Thomas, Nathan Thomas, Lundstrom, and Regan Slater in the centre mid. I almost forgot his name again. So, in at strikers, I really don't know what we could go. So we've got Ched Evans coming back. We've got Tyler Smith, who scored for the under-23s on Tuesday, I think it was, so he could start. We've got Billy Sharp, Lavery. We've got unlimited options, just about, It feels like that anyway. Obviously, we actually don't. But I'm going to go with Billy Sharp. I feel like he's going to start. And... you know what? I don't know what's going to start at all. It could even be Clayton Donaldson, so he didn't start for us last week. He could even get a cup start. But I'm going to go with Billy Sharp and also Lavery. I think I'm going to go with what he went with Ipswich away because... I just feel like that's going to be what he goes for. Ched Evans probably going to get about half an hour for first team because it's not the same as under 23's game. The intensity is more even in the cup match. So I feel like Ched Evans will probably come on at about the 60th minute for Lavery or Sharp, whoever's playing the worst. And Tyler Smith might just be on the bench if we're lucky. But I do know that we have a youngster left back, I forgot his name, who could be starting from what I've heard. I'm not 100% sure on his name. I think it's Norrington something. Some of these names these days, it's a double-barreled name. There's so many double-barreled names these days. I don't know where they'll come from, But, well, obviously I do know. But, yeah, they just weren't this many 10 years ago. So, this is the end of the video. If you have appreciated it, make sure to drop a like on it. Hopefully I can go to the game tomorrow and I'm not ill. And, You guys are going to be meeting a new face if I do go. I'm going with my other mate. It's called Craig. Now, yeah, I'm not going to tell you anymore, to be honest, because you can see him in tomorrow's video. You know, I'm going to be going by the train if I do go as well, which is always interesting, I suppose. Train journeys, you know, it makes a nice time lapse. But this is the end of the video, so like, subscribe, enjoy the rest. I can't even do my outro. Jesus Christ. Goodbye. I'm just going to go. Tell me your predicted lines down below. Goodbye.